How to change the size of text in Windows 10. So this actually is one solution of many. It's the most common. The scenario is simply this. The stuff that's on your screen is simply too small to read. This happens a lot with our newer, higher resolution screens. For example, my laptop is actually a 4K UHD screen, which is something like 3840 by 2160 or something like that, which if you leave things unchanged makes the icons and the text and all that kind of stuff really, really small. But it turns out that it's really easy to change. So the approach we're going to take is this. Right-click on the desktop, anywhere in an empty area of the desktop. Click on Display Settings. And the very first thing that will show up in the middle of the resulting settings dialog is something called Scale and Layout. Now, there are two things you can change here. In the past, it's been traditional to change the display resolution. That's actually the wrong thing to do. We actually want to leave the resolution as high or as native as it can be for the device you happen to be on. Instead, what we want to do is change the scaling. Now, you'll see here that this particular machine, which has a 1920 by 1080 screen, is actually displaying at 1920 by 1080. So this is what we would see normally. If we set that up to something like 175%, all of a sudden everything gets bigger. And you'll notice, of course, that it says some apps won't respond to scaling changes until you close and reopen them. There are not necessarily any apps that I have in that situation right now. Sometimes I've seen this message indicate that you actually have to restart the machine before you can change the size of text, apps, and other items in Windows 10. So the Windows 10 text size is controlled by this, but as you can see, so is the size of absolutely everything else. The icons all got bigger, the taskbar got bigger. The background image scaled to stay the same. It's still, not something that's under this control, but the settings of everything else that gets displayed has been. Now, if you want to go back, you can, of course, set it back to 100. 100% is recommended in this case just because it is a normal resolution screen. You may see other recommendations on other machines. But if things are too small on the screen, if the Windows 10 text size is too small, then this Scale and Layout is the place to go to make that change. I hope that's helpful. A quick thank you to the patrons of askleo for making this video and the rest of askleo possible. askleo.com/patron for more information. I'm Leo Notenboom. This is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.